Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of notes, articles, and research and give you the ultimate shortcut to being well-informed.
Today, we are tackling something incredibly practical.
Yeah, how to talk about your day.
Exactly. This deep dive is all about giving you the essential vocabulary and, the structural phrases to move beyond just listing actions.
We're basically going to map out the entire daily routine.
From the moment the alarm clock rings to when you finally turn in.
And our mission is simple, but I think really crucial. It's to equip you with the language to describe not just what you did, but
how the day felt.
yes. We've got sources covering the tiny details of morning routines, different working styles, office, home, you name it, and most importantly, that high-impact emotional vocabulary.
The words you need to describe a fantastic day or, a complete disaster.
So we really encourage you to use this. If you enjoy learning with us, please share this deep dive and maybe give us a review.
And feel free to leave a comment about your day in English, maybe using some of the phrases we are about to unpack.
Okay, let's unpack this and dive right in, starting with that first moment of consciousness.
The daily rhythm.
The daily rhythm.
So the sources highlight a pretty fundamental division right at the start.
Oh.
Yeah, the difference between the early bird, who's up and moving by, say, 6:30 a.m.
And then there's the person who is definitely not a morning person.
Right, struggling to get going closer to 8:00 a.m.
And the vocabulary really reflects that struggle. You first wake up, your eyes open.
But that doesn't mean you get out of bed.
No. There's that crucial middle step for so many people, which is the negotiation with the alarm clock.
But that negotiation, it involves hitting the snooze button.
The snooze button.
To hit snooze just means you postpone that alarm for, 5 or 10 minutes? It's so universal.
One source actually called it the micro-rebellion.
I love that.
Yeah.
A small act of defiance against the day.
Exactly. So once that rebellion is over, the core sequence starts. You get out of bed, and you probably go to the bathroom.
And here, the verbs are pretty straightforward. Brush my teeth, wash my face.
But if you're going for a deeper clean, you might hop into the shower right away.
Right. Or you could use a more general term and just say you wash up.
Which just means cleaning the body.
Yep, it's quick, efficient, very common.
Then after hygiene, you get dressed, which is just putting on clothes. And if you're leaving, you might put on your shoes, maybe put on a coat or a jacket.
Next up is refueling. The kitchen routine. You go to the kitchen to make breakfast or have breakfast.
The options here are huge, right?
Oh, a huge spectrum. The sources show everything from the classics like coffee and toast or tea and cereal
to more, nourishing meals like oatmeal with fruit.
But we also see people who skip breakfast entirely, or maybe they're making specific cultural foods.
Like an arepa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And mentioning a specific food like that is a great way to personalize your routine.
Sure, you could say something like, I usually have toast, but on Wednesdays I treat myself and make an arepa.
It shows, the routine language, but you're adding your own detail.
Yeah. And once all that is done, we hit a really vital phrasal verb that signals movement.
Which is?
Head out. So if I say, I'll be ready to head out around 8:30, what does that tell you?
It signals efficiency. You're ready to leave. You're mentally checked out of the house.
It sounds so much more natural than just saying, I leave the house.
Way more natural.
We also can't forget the pet factor.
Oh, the routine dictator?
For sure. If you have a dog, you have to take the dog on a walk. And yes, the sources reminded us to bring a plastic bag.
And the cat routine is totally different. Cleaning the litter box with a scooper. One person said having both a cat and a dog makes the morning complicated.
You're serving two different masters before you even start your own day.
It's a great conversational detail, though. Explains why you're so busy.
Okay, so now we transition from the home to the rest of the world. Once you leave the house or head out, you start the commute.
And this is a great area to practice different verbs for transportation.
Are you driving? Are you taking public transit, like a train or a bus?
Or walking. An interesting point from the research was how commute time varies every single day.
Right. It could be 20 minutes one day and over an hour the next.
Which is why people complain about it so much.
And once you arrive, or just, settle in at your desk at home, the work verbs begin.
You sit at my desk, work on my computer, and then you get into specific tasks.
Like answer emails, write reports, prepare lessons.
Or have meetings, which, if you're remote, are probably online meetings.
This area is so rich with phrasal verbs for the modern workspace.
It is. First, you have to log in to connect to a system. Then, depending on your energy,
you might immediately dive into work.
Right, which means you start with high energy, real focus.
But The sources also cover the tough days.
Oh, for sure. When you're tired or unmotivated, you might have to drag myself to my desk.
I think we can all relate to that. The contrast between diving in and dragging yourself is it's perfect conversational detail.
It really illustrates the emotional difference in the day even before you get to lunch.
Speaking of which, lunchtime. You have lunch. And the options really vary depending on where you work.
If you're in an office, maybe you're packing lunch, bringing something from home.
Or going out to eat. Usually something simple like a sandwich or a salad.
But working from home gives you that flexibility to, make a fresh meal, like a quick pasta dish or something.
That midday flexibility is a huge perk of remote work.
Definitely. You could take a quick nap to recharge.
Or you could run errands.
And running errands is such a great catch-all phrase for all those little chores.
Cleaning, vacuuming, watering plants, visiting family.
All of it.
Now let's look at this fascinating case study the sources gave us on Susan, the homemaker.
Yes, this is such a sharp contrast to the typical office day. The vocabulary is completely different.
Her day isn't defined by logging in or reports.
No, it's about family care, creating a clean and cozy environment. Her purpose is all about maintenance and nurture.
So she prepares a nutritious breakfast. Then she helps the children get ready for school.
And her core actions are all centered on the house. She tidies up the house, she heads to the grocery store.
In the afternoon, she has time to tend to the small garden. I like that phrase, tend to.
It means caring for it carefully. And then she helps her kids with homework, which is described as an opportunity to bond.
The key insight here is really the emotional vocabulary. She describes the result of her efforts as fulfilling.
Right. While the office worker might use the word productive to describe a good day,
She uses fulfilling.
to describe that emotional richness of her role. It's a really important difference.
Which brings us to what is arguably the most important part of this for a learner.
The emotional dimension, describing the quality of the day.
Absolutely. Because if someone asks, how was your day?
Yeah.
And you just say, good, you miss a huge opportunity for a real conversation.
You need detail. You need emotion.
It's interesting, the sources dedicate so much space to describing failure or stress. Why is describing a rough day so much more complex than a good day?
Because misery loves company. People want to hear the story behind the disaster.
That's true.
For a successful day, you can use simple, high-impact phrases. I had a great day, an amazing day, a fantastic day.
Or just, my day went really well.
And to elevate that, you could say, it was a productive day.
That immediately signals you got things done, you were efficient.
We have that example from Amelia in the research. She said her day was amazing, not because of one huge thing, but because...
All of the little things just lined up perfectly.
Which is a wonderful summary phrase. You can just say, everything went smoothly today.
And if the day was just really fun and energetic, you could say, I had a blast.
Totally. It's informal, but perfectly natural.
Okay, now let's pivot to the rough days.
All right. You can use the simple negatives. I had a bad day, a terrible day, a rough day.
Or that classic understatement, I've had better days.
Right. But if you want to really express the chaos, you need those strong summary phrases.
Think about that Jake scenario. The alarm failed, he was stuck in traffic, his laptop froze, he spilled coffee.
And the project had to be completely redone. It's a lot to explain.
So instead of listing all of that,
You summarize the experience. You use phrases like, everything went wrong today.
or nothing went according to plan.
And the most powerful ones are probably, it was a disaster, or it was draining.
And the feeling that results from that is, I'm exhausted, I'm stressed out, or I'm frustrated.
Which brings us to a super crucial grammar point for anyone learning English.
Yes, the difference between aid and ing adjectives. If you get this wrong, it changes the meaning completely.
It really does.
Okay, so let's break this down. Use the ed ending to describe how you feel, right? Your internal state.
Exactly. I am exhausted, or I felt frustrated. You are the subject experiencing the emotion.
Got it. And then the ing ending is for the thing that caused the feeling.
That's the one. So Jake's day wasn't exhausted, it was exhausting. The meeting wasn't bored, it was boring.
So if the traffic made you angry, you felt annoyed because the traffic was annoying.
Perfect. It's a huge distinction. Using for the thing and ed for you.
And a final tip here is the power of everything or nothing.
Yes, for emphasis. It's so much more impactful to say, nothing went right today than just, my day was bad.
That exaggeration makes the story stick. And a quick note on tense.
Right. Use the past tense, I had a good day, if the day is over.
And if it's still going on, use present continuous. I'm having a good day, usually what's so far.
Okay, so the chaos or the productivity, it's all over. Now we move into the evening.
And this is a crucial time for vocabulary related to relaxation.
You go home, you kick off your shoes, you change into comfy clothes.
Pajamas or PJs. The whole point is to start winding down.
And that verb, unwind, is key. It means to relax after a busy day. And you often need to shake off any stress that's lingering.
Common activities here. Sit on the couch, watch TV, maybe scroll on the phone.
Dinner is next. You might enjoy cooking dinner, maybe trying new recipes.
Or if you're totally drained, you might just throw things together.
Meaning you cook without a plan or a recipe, just whatever's in the fridge.
And of course, there's always heating up leftovers or ordering in.
You know, one detail that came up in almost all the routines we looked at,
What's that?
the evening cleanup. Wash the dishes, wipe down the counter.
Right. It seems to be a common thing, not wanting to go to bed with a messy space.
It's like a little ritual to signal the end of the day.
The final wind down time starts around 8:03 or 9 p.m., usually quiet activities.
Read a book, catch up on a show, call a friend. A lot of people switch to herbal tea. No caffeine.
And then the last sequence, the bedtime rituals.
Brush teeth, remove makeup, skincare, and always, always.
Set the alarm for the next day.
And the most casual way to say you're going to bed is to turn in.
The sources also really highlight the value of reflection before you turn in.
Yeah. Taking a moment to think about what went well, what to focus on tomorrow, it helps clear the mind.
The goal for bedtime seems to be around 10:30 or 11 p.m.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've covered dozens of high-frequency verbs and phrases.
From hitting the snooze button and diving into work,
To finally unwinding and turning in for the night.
I think the key takeaway is pairing those action verbs with the descriptive phrases. Don't just list what you did.
No, use the language to express how the day felt. Was it productive? Draining? Did everything go smoothly?
That's what makes your English communication sound so natural and confident.
And please remember that critical grammar point. Use those ed adjectives for yourself. I feel tired, and the ing ones for the thing. The work was tiring.
This raises a really important question for you to consider tonight. If you could combine the most productive flow of Amelia's working day, where everything just went smoothly,
With the calming, relationship-focused reflection of Susan's day tending the garden, bonding with family.
what single word would you use to describe your ideal balanced day?
Go mull that over and try to use, say, 3 new phrases from this deep dive when someone asks you about your day tomorrow. Start practicing.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. Keep practicing your English, and we'll catch you next time.